Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
At BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And you are welcome at any point in time to the campus to witness for yourself the kind of progress that we have achieved.
BMS Institute of Technology and Management. Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
At BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And
Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
at BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And you are welcome at any point in time to the campus to witness for yourself the kind of progress that we have achieved.
ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಇದು ಹೌದಾ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆ
ಧನರಾಜ್ ಹಲೋ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು BMSIT BMS ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈವ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 4th ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂಡು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದು ಡಿಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಹಲೋ, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮಿಕ್ಸರಿಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಧನರಾಜ್ ಓಕೆನಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಲೋ BMSIT. ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಟು BMS ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಕ್ಸರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಯಾರೋ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Graduates, please occupy in the respective places only. Graduates, kind request, all of you please occupy seats, respective seats only. Graduates, please sit in your respective places. You have labeled yourself and your name. Please check your name. And faculty towards stand. Kind request to all the graduates, please occupy respective places only. ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿಗದಿತ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. Labeled with your name. Okay, please occupy those seats only. Don't sit randomly. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿಗದಿತ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. You are labeled your name on the seat. Please check your name and seat.
ಇದರಿಂದ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿಗದಿತ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
ಔಟ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಇದರಿಂದ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೈಕಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ಇದು ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದ್ರ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ಆಗಲೇ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ನಾವು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ.
People in this room, you go from here, go there, and then connect it, and then come back and sit over here. Are we clear? Let's not block the camera view at all. So block the camera view, it's going to become issues for videos, capturing videos and all. So let's just follow this. We'll be there to guide you, but just let you know beforehand. Alright? Sure.
Stop symbol is 2 steps there. Okay, you have to stop there. And there is a smiley here. Then you have to stand, smile, and close the camera.
Please don't be in a hurry. All of you stop in the place where the sticker stop is placed. Then come to the place where smiley is placed. Turn towards the camera. Wait for the photo. And after receiving and photo is completed, you can move ahead. And all of you know the instructions. Once the chief guest comes and the entire stage is full, all of you will be standing until Nagite is completed. Only after
Nagite is completed, you will be sitting.
Until then, you people will be standing.
And at the end,
After the national anthem, the dignitaries on the dais will be going out of this hall. Until the dignitaries go out of the hall, please be in your positions. Don't leave your position.
hello एको ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನೀವು ಹಲೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಾನೆ ಅದು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಬಂತಾ ಇದರಿಂದ ಔಟ್ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ಬೇಡ. ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಕರೆಸಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಕರೆಸಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ಅಜಯ್ ಅಜಯ್ ಹಲೋ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಗಾಡಿ. Chiamo lei da proprio. ಕೇಬಲ್ ತಂದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನೀನು ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಜಾಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೇಬಲ್ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಫೈ ಹಾಕಿ ಹತ್ತೊಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಆಡಿಯೋನೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರೇನ ಆಡಿಯೋ ವೈಫೈ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರ ಹಾಂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಂ ನೀನೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದ್ರದ್ದೇ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದು ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಬರ್ತಿರೋದು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ
You four of you also, you can go from here. Okay, so and at the back. Okay, then that is the entry point. While you're coming back, and you can be seated like this. Okay, so stand there. Photo will be taken. No need to rush. Wait for 2-3 seconds.
ಹಲೋ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ BMSIT ಮೈಕ್ ಚೆಕ್
Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
At BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And you are welcome at any point in time to the campus to witness for yourself the kind of progress that we have achieved.
Hello, BMSIT, mic check. Hello, BMSIT. Kilisten, sir. Hello, hello, mic check. BMSIT. Hello, BMSIT. Mic check. Hello, BMSIT. Mic check. Hello, BMSIT. Mic check. Hello, BMSIT. Mic check. Okay, sir.
Good morning. I hope all of you are seated in the same seat. I hope you all have checked that. And please read the ceremonial program that is given to you all. You will have to follow as per that. Wherever you are requested to stand, you are supposed to be standing. And accordingly the program will go on. Any queries you can ask. As the band procession comes in, you all have to stand up. And once they all come here, the Nada Gite will start. you all have to keep standing. And after the Nadagite, the 3 people in the front will be sitting first, and then the other members will say, after that only you all are supposed to sit. Clear? And after that, wherever you are requested, I think, so after that you will keep sitting until your names are called one by one. You can come and receive, and then in the end will be your pledge, and then the national, for which you are have to stand. Please keep your mobiles switched off, or if you are not having it, well and good. Don't take any selfies, any photos. It's not allowed. We will be taking photo of each of you. Please pose for the photo when you come to receive it. It will be shared with you. Okay?
ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಔಟ್ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಔಟ್ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದು ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ನಾನು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಬರಲ್ವಲ್ಲ,
ನೀವಿಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು
ಹಾಂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ
ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಔಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇದು
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ
ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ.
ಫುಲ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಅದೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ.
ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಹಲೋ 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 ಹಲೋ
ಅದು ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಥರ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಮೈಕ್ಗಳು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ವೇರ್
ಮೈಕ್ಗಳು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಯಾರು
ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಮೈಕ್ಗಳು ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು. ಫುಲ್ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅದೇ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಂ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ಕು. ಮೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸರಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ.
ಇವಾಗ ಹೊಡಿತೈತೆ ನೋಡು ವೈಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ಆಲೆ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ ಆಲೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಲೆ ಈ ಲೈಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ ಲೈಟು ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಬದಲೇ ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಇದು ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಮೇನು ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡೆದಾಗ ಅದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಡ್ ಬಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೀಳ್ತೈತೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವೈರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೋಣ ಅದು ವೈರ್ ಮೇನಿಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರಾಗೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅಷ್ಟಲ್ಲ ಇದು 1DX ಇಷ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೇ ತಗ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಒಂದೇ 1DX ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಅದನ್ನು 105 ಲೆನ್ಸು ಹಂಗೆ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು 1DX
Good morning. Request all of you to maintain silence throughout the ceremonial program. Thank you. Good morning. Request all of you to maintain silence throughout the ceremonial program. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, mic checking.
Sir. Hello. Good morning, BMSIT. Good morning, all. Okay, na? Hello. Good morning, BMSIT. Mic check. Good morning, BMSIT. Mic check. Okay, na? Hello. Hello. ಹಲೋ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಹಲೋ BMSIT mic check BMSIT mic check BMSIT mic check ಹಲೋ BMSIT
Mic check. Hello. BMSIT.
Hello, mic test. Check. Hello. Hello, location. Check, check, check. ಹಲೋ, ಡಿಲೇ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಹಲೋ, ಚೆಕ್. ಹಲೋ, 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 ಚೆಕ್. ಹಲೋ, ಹಲೋ, ಮಿಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಚೆಕ್, ಚೆಕ್. ಹಲೋ, ಚೆಕ್, ಚೆಕ್. ಹಲೋ.
Hello, check. BMSIT.
Hello. Hello, BMSIT. Check. Hello. Check. Hello. Check. Check. Hello. Check.
Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
At BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And you are welcome at any point in time to the campus to witness for yourself the kind of progress that we have achieved.
BMS Institute of Technology and Management. Established in the year 2002, BMS Institute of Technology and Management traces its roots to BMS Educational Trust.
At BMSIT, we are very proud to be a part of BMS Group of Institutions, Bangalore. And you are welcome at any point in time to the campus to witness for yourself the kind of progress that we have achieved.
Good morning to the parents and the students. We welcome you all for the graduation day ceremony. Once the dignitaries enter the hall, I request all the parents and students to be standing. And you have to be standing until the Nadagita gets over. Once the dignitaries are seated on the dais, then you people can take your seats. And also at the end, after the national anthem, you have to be in your seat until the dignitaries leave the hall. Thank you. Your cooperation will be very supportive to us. Thank you.
At the end of the program, once the national anthem is over and the procession leaves the hall, you will also have to join for a photo session outside this hall. So the same thing will be coordinated by the faculty member. We will let you know. Okay? So please be in your own seats. Don't move. Right? Thank you.
Please keep your phones in the silent mode.
They all enter and the Nada Gita is over and they all will sit. After that only you are all supposed to sit. Okay? Till then keep standing. Please maintain silence till the ceremonial program is over. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to each one of you present here. Respected Chief Guest, Shri Colonel Shankar, beloved Chairman Shri Aviram Sharma, members of the BOG, officials from the Trust, members of the Academic Council, specifically Dr. Srinivasan Padmanabhani, Vice Principal, Deans, HODs, Heads of Sections, faculty and staff members, invitees, press and media, parents, and my dear students of the graduating class of 2023. A warm welcome to you all to BMSIT&M and specifically today's graduation day ceremony. Today is a day of celebration where we have gathered to recognize and honor the achievements of the graduating class 2023 in Master of Computer Applications program. This is a very momentous occasion for all of us, as this is the first graduating ceremony at BMSIT&M. After having become autonomous institution. This graduating batch was admitted in 21-22 as the first batch of MCA under the autonomous status, and after 2 years of hard work, the batch is now ready to fly with colors. I congratulate each one of the graduates on this historic occasion. I am very happy and honored to welcome Colonel Shankar, Chairman and Managing Director of Alpha Design Technologies, a renowned defense organization in Bengaluru, who is the chief guest of this graduation day ceremony. He has always been at the forefront when it comes to serving the nation. He has served Bharat, our country, in various roles and capacities. His dedication to work and energy and enthusiasm to serve our society is unparalleled. He is 80 plus, and he has proved that age is just a number. On behalf of the BMS Education Trust and BMSIT&M, I extend a warm welcome to Colonel Shankar. I request Sri Aviram Sharma to offer a bouquet and present a memento to the chief guest. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We have a very magnanimous management. We have a very magnanimous management which has always supported us in all our endeavors. It is a great pleasure to welcome Sri Aviram Sharma, Trustee BMS Education Trust and Chairman BMSIT&M on this auspicious occasion. He is a very kind-hearted person and has been a staunch supporter of all innovative initiatives at BMSIT&M. I request the Vice Principal to welcome him with a bouquet. I welcome Mr. Srinivas Padmanabhuni, Member, Academic Council, to this event and request Dean Academics to offer him a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I, in absentia, welcome the Chairperson and Donor Trustee of BMS Education Trust, Dr. B.S. Ragini Narayan, the Life Trustee, Dr. P. Dayanandapai, and Trustee Sri Ravi Venkatesam. All of them have sent their best wishes and blessings to the graduating students. I also welcome all the members of the BOG, trust officials, heads of our sister institutions, members of the Academic Council, Vice Principal, Deans, faculty and staff members, invitees, press and media, and the shining stars of today's function, the graduating batch of 2023. Let us all extend a special welcome to the parents of the graduates who have supported them throughout their academic journey. And today is as much a celebration of your love and support as it is of your children's achievement. Give them a big applause. I welcome you all once again. Now, Chairman, sir, I have the honor of requesting you to declare the graduation day open. Thank you, sir. Now let me please present a brief report of the activities and achievements of BMSIT&M very quickly. BMS Institute of Technology and Management is a flagship institution of the reputed BMS group of institutions. The brand BMS has been the outcome of exemplary vision, meticulous efforts, and undivided commitment of all its stakeholders here. Today, BMSIT&M stands out as a shining example of what a young institution can achieve when its management, staff, and students share a common vision and invest their best efforts in realizing it. This institution is a policy-driven institution with guiding principles being hard work, fairness, teamwork, and ethics. The institute has ensured that the education outcomes are well aligned with the national goals of sustainable, equitable, and inclusive economic development. BMSIT&M has 21.5 acres of lush, green and serene campus and provides an ideal ambience for those who want to pursue their academic, research, and professional interests. The institute possesses most modern academic and non-academic infrastructure, which is being used by students to stay a notch above their counterparts elsewhere. The institution started off its operation in 2002 with an undergraduate intake of 180 students. Now in 2023, it has an undergraduate intake of 1,080 and a postgraduate intake of 256, and a total strength of 4,000 plus students. The institute is proud to share that more than 75% of its faculty members have acquired a PhD degree and rest are all pursuing. The institute today has 6 UG and 2 PG programs with NBA accreditation. The institute is accredited by NAC with A grade and ranked between 95 to 200 plus among all engineering colleges by NIRF in India over the last 6 years, and is placed in the top platinum category by the AICTE CII survey of industry-linked technological institutes. BMSIT&M was accorded autonomous status in 2021 by the UGC, New Delhi, VTU, Belagavi. BMSIT&M takes pride in being the first institute under AICTE to start a 4-year UG program in artificial intelligence and machine learning. More than 90% of the students get good campus placement, and about 8% get admission to higher education in top-ranked institutions abroad, and about 1% pursue their entrepreneurial interests. BMSIT's Institution Innovation Council has been rated with 3.5 to 4.5 stars out of 5 stars by the Ministry of Education, Government of India during the last 4 years. I'm glad to share that we started MBA program in 2022, which fulfilled the long cherished dream of the institute, BMS Institute of Technology and Management. The institute is very vibrant with activities helping the students to develop a fully rounded personality. Hence, year after year, we are witnessing a rising demand for admission and also increased interest to take faculty positions. I'm extremely happy to acknowledge the encouragement and support received from our benevolent management, participation and contribution by our faculty and staff members, purposeful effort and dedication in education by our students, and guidance and help rendered by all other stakeholders in our journey of 2 decades. All of these have made BMSIT&M a dream place for any student to get transformed into an invaluable asset to the nation. Thank you very much. My hearty congratulations to all the graduates present here.
A very good morning to one and all gathered here. At the outset, I would extend a warm welcome to our Principal, Dr. Mohan Babujian. Now I request our Dean Student Welfare, Dr. Ambika, to present him a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to introduce Sri Aviram Sharma, Trustee BMSET, Chairman BOG BMSIT&M. Sri Aviram Sharma, Honorable Trustee, BMS Educational Trust, is an MBA graduate and has a wide range of experience in the banking sector and the IT industry. He has been instrumental in developing complex business functions in his previous assignments with global clientele. He has played a significant role in implementing new technologies in leading financial institutions and mentoring successful project teams, and has coordinated with legal teams in gap analysis. Sri Aviram Sharma's contribution in the fields of implementation and project upgradation have been appreciated by his clients worldwide. Sri Aviram Sharma firmly believes that the knowledge acquired by youth drives their employability, productivity, health and well-being, and also enable the nation to thrive in the path of progress and sustainability. As a trustee of BMS Educational Trust, Sri Aviram Sharma has been a driving force and instrumental in implementation of various new initiatives and projects in the college under this esteemed trust. Now I request Sri Aviram Sharma Trustee BMSIT Chairman BOG BMSIT&M to deliver his address.
First of all, good morning. A warm welcome to our respected Chief Guest, Colonel Shankar sir, Dr. Mohan Babu, our Principal, Vice Principal, Dr. Anil, distinguished guests who are on the dais, off the dais, faculties, teaching, non-teaching staff, parents, as well as my dear students. Today is one of the auspicious and memorable day in BMS IT because the first batch of MCA under Autonomous and MTech is graduating today. And to make this much more memorable, we have with us one of the most eminent as well as alumni of our BMSC, I think 1964 batch if I'm not wrong, have with us, who is part of a managing director of Alpha Design and Technology and also defense sector, Mr. Colonel Shankar sir. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation, and it's a great honor and privilege to have you with us and also hear some great words from you. Thank you, and from the entire BMS Trust and BMS IT, I heartily welcome you, sir. Now, to all the graduates, hearty congratulations to you. I hope the last 2 years have been great, eventful, where you have learned the techniques, the skills, the knowledge, which will help you to gain success in the future, because the road ahead is more tougher. And our teachers should have, I am sure, have provided the requisite knowledge to you. So you should be very thankful to your parents, the faculties, both teaching and non-teaching staff, and also all the other persons who have stood next to you in these 2 years of journey. Apart from this, there are lots of opportunities that are available in our country as well as outside. Please ensure you explore it, because once you explore, you might get achievement in any of the path you choose, whether it's a working, whether it's your entrepreneurship. Make the country, your parents, as well as your college proud of all your achievements that you will have in the near future. BMSIT has a very vibrant alumni network, right? So every year we have I'll say a get-together, where in the last 21 years who have passed from the college have meet together, where they can meet their own colleagues as well as the juniors and seniors. It's a great network because you can build your own network and try to have lots of opportunity available. So this year, I think it's on the December 9th, so I hope all of you would be participating, where you can meet your seniors, and next year you will meet your juniors. So ensure you participate in this alumni and have fun that day. Lastly, I again congratulate, best of luck, and ensure you enjoy today, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
To our campus at BMSIT. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, respected Chief Guest Sir, Honorable Chairman, Academic Member Council, Mr. Srinivas Padmanabhuni Sir, Principal Sir, esteemed Staff Council, dear students, and very proud parents. I deem it an honor bestowed on me to introduce the chief guest of today's function, Colonel H.S. Shankar Sir. Colonel H.S. Shankar retired. He is a Vishish Seva Medal, VSM. He graduated in the year 1964 from BMSCE with B Electrical in first class. And he secured 9th rank from University of Mysore. He is an ME from IISc Bangalore with distinction. In his service with Army, he took part in both 1965 and 1971 wars with Pakistan. He was awarded Vishisht Seva Medal for upgrading the Tiger Cat ground-to-air missile system He has held important assignments in the Army and has extended long tenures at our border area in Punjab and high altitude areas in Jammu and Kashmir and Sikkim. After 22 years of his very illustrious service in the Army, he served as Deputy General Manager at BEL from 1986 and rose to become Director R&D, the period 1996 to 2003. At BEL, he was responsible for development and production of lakhs of electronic voting machines which are being used today all over India for elections. He has also directed more than 250 new R&D products while at BEL, including the project under Guided Missile Development Program, Electronic Warfare System, Tactical Communication System, Radar, Tank Fire Control System. The list goes long, sir. He was awarded Outstanding Contribution to Defense R&D Award by Defense Minister in the year 2001. After retirement from BEL in March 2003, he started as CMD of that company, a new R&D manufacturing defense electronics company called Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited in Bangalore. This company, Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited, specializes in development and production of night vision thermal sight, electronic warfare equipment, tactical communication equipment, and has major R&D projects like software-defined radio, missile seeker system in collaboration with BrahMos, simulators, airframes for Su-30 aircrafts, etc. Now coming to his academic schedule, he has presented 112 technical papers in seminars all over the world, and he has visited almost all countries in the world. He has spearheaded and pioneered in bringing together Indian DRDO lab, public sector units, and other OEMs abroad to work together as Make in India projects. He is the chairman of FICCI Defense Subcommittee on Indian Defense SME. He has recently visited US and Vietnam as head of Indian Defense Industry Delegation, accompanying the Honorable Raksha Mantri Ji. He was also appointed recently by Ministry of Defense as chairman of subgroup on AFVs to select strategic partners. He is considered as one of the foremost defense R&D technologists in the country today. Sir, your journey is a shining example of the way to go forward in our lives by shaping a good career. All our young graduates will be benefited by your gracious presence today, sir, and also would love to hear from you so that they can emulate themselves for a successful career. I welcome you wholeheartedly to our lush green campus, sir. Today, we have got a very salubrious climate in our campus. Round through the year, that is because of our greenery, sir. Now, I request you, sir, to deliver the graduate day address.
Honorable dignitaries on the stage, the chairman of today's function, Mr. Aviram Sharma, the principal, Professor Mohan Babu, and all very important Gurujis. And Guruji, I hope, is both male and female, it includes, and it is not only meant for, since it is said as G, it is Guruji says for both. And of course, all of you young budding engineers and scientists and professionals who are very keen to receive the coveted and well-deserved certificates for you to go to the next stage of life. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. Yeah. Thank you. So, the convocation addresses or graduation addresses, whatever you may term it, is a very formal occasion. And there is certain methodology to be adopted, certain norms to be followed, certain discipline to be followed and all that. So it started with the way in which we started today's function by marching in, and we are supposed to march out also. Extremely nice and very well conducted and on to the spot, on to the time. But I would try to do today's address in a slightly different manner, in the sense I would just be, let us say, reading out the address and making particularly the backbenchers take a nap, well-deserved nap, I would say. So I would try to prevent that by slightly being off the hook and make some, something which is not, let us say, laid down properly. And, though I am supposed to be an ex-service officer and ingrained in the discipline and all that, but unfortunately, when I see the young people here and the youngsters, they have the discipline all right, but then they have that, twinge of the twinkle in the eye of the mischievousness. So that probably gets on to all of us here, and in particular to the chaps who are 80 plus, which I hope there is nobody else. So I can take certain advantage out of it. In fact, this is one of the advantages of becoming old also, because when you speak after certain age, and even if you make certain bloomers, people will not mistake. They will say, okay, Buddha hai, old man, so he says something. And in Kannada they say, mudukara bai chapla ant heltare. So like that he will say, so it doesn't matter. So I will take advantage, full advantage out of it, with permission from the chairman and the principal and from all my young friends here. Now, instead of doing, a sort of a program in the normal manner, I want to focus my talk on two different aspects but interrelated aspects. One is, of course, that which is probably very dear to my heart, that is the R&D, research and development, and the other one is on leadership. So both may be different, but there is an intercommunication or interjection between the two. Because if one has to be a successful R&D engineer, or in any walk of life, he can be a businessman, he can be a marketing engineer or management expert, he has to have certain leadership qualities which has to be ingrained or got into at various stages of life. So I would like to interlink that and talk on both these subjects in the period of time that I may have, maybe with indulgence from the chairman and the principal, and of course all of you young friends. I may slightly go 5 minutes this way, that way, and please do bear with me. But if any one of you is getting bored and all that, all you have to do is to raise the hands, and I will understand that. Okay, coming back to this research and development, it has two words. One is research, other one is development. So, what exactly is this is a question that we will answer now, and why exactly R&D is required. And as you know, the Government of India's program for the past 10 years almost is on Atma Nirbharata. That means our own self, development of indigenous products and projects and systems. And then I'll just dwell upon who should take up the R&D, and then what is the process of life, I would call it as for a professional, which is in front of you now. And do you have certain icons to follow in your lifetime, either now, later, or in the latest part of this life. So the keywords are research and development. You see, research is considered as the pure research in developing certain characteristics, certain science topics, and certain various technology base on which the technologies are developed. So it is the pure science. Whereas as engineers and MCA people here, we are all not pure research people, but we are applying the research, the fruits of the research, we are applying to make certain products and systems which will be of some benefit to our own fellow human beings, or oriented towards certain specific requirements as dictated by the market. So this is the difference between research and development. So it will be probably be more correct to say that if you get into R&D, actually you are doing the development. Very few amongst us will be doing pure research, because that is a different strata which one has to choose immediately after your post-graduation or when you go to your PhD and all that. Now, there is an interrelationship in these two, and which I have already dwelt upon, and also later I will develop with respect to the leadership. Now, R&D is not that when you go over now and join various organizations or your own startups and all that, is not made just because you like that particular topic or that particular technology. It is more based, in fact, it has to be based on the market needs and requirements. And I am sure Mr. Aviram Sharma will be able to speak on it much more, because he has been in this field, he is practicing it very successfully, and is an authority on this subject. So you have to you cannot just say tomorrow when you go to an organization and join them, or you begin your own organization, oh, I want to do it because I like it. Let's say I want to develop a refrigerator, a new type of an air conditioner. So let me do it. You may have joined some firm where they are working on IT or working on defense equipment or on space, and you cannot go and say that, look, I want to do this. It has to meet the market demands and also the basic concepts on which that particular organizations in which you become part of has been developed, and it is planning to utilize you in developing further that particular market or the business. So it is not on your whims and fancies. Of course, if both of them meet, nothing like it. If it doesn't meet, then you as an engineer or a MCA, you have to adjust your own attitude, and you have to be flexible in adapting yourself to the needs of the organization, which ultimately meets the needs of the people at large. About who should take up the R&D. Anybody can take up the R&D. Anybody can change over to R&D, from production, testing, and quality assurance, and inspection, maintenance, repairs, and marketing, and business development. You can be anything. At any stage of life, you can become an R&D expert, provided you have that sort of a inkling in you, that sort of a aim and objective, or the feeling in you. You will have to have what we call as the bent of mind, basically, within you, or you have to develop it. It is a tapasya, there is no doubt about it, and it is based on the hard work. As always, it is not necessarily in R&D. In any walk of life, it has to be based on the hard work. There is no other way. There is no shortcut. It has to be long schedules. Don't think that just because the exams are over and you are going to join an organization so you can have your cushy time. It will also have to be, provided you want to be successful, and I'm sure looking at your faces, bright faces, bright eyes, expressive eyes, and a feeling for the future, you're looking at something great, I can really make out you want to be a success, naturally. So for that, long schedules and all that, you'll have to accept. Failures. Later on, I will dwell upon it when I come to Dr. Abdul Kalam. In his clip, I will be showing it. Failures are, as you know, stepping stones for success. You should not get discouraged. You should not feel bad about it. Learn from this, and in fact, you will learn more from failures rather than successes. So keep that in mind, and there will be frustrations. You know, everything will not go according to your schedule. You join any organization or you build any organization, there will always be some gaps. But don't get overwhelmed by that. You have to be in control of that and ensure those gaps are all filled up, those problems are all solved, and then you keep on going forward. Then there will be all sorts of in product development, product utilization, and then product being introduced into service. There will be lots of trials, evaluations, and that too done again and again. Whether it is a civilian product or a defense product or a space project, it has to go through this process because that only makes the equipment perfect. Practice makes a man perfect. Similarly for the equipment. So that you keep it in mind because the success is very, very sweet, I can assure you, and you all know it. Now, have you ever thought of, young friends, what is the purpose of life as a young professional when you are coming outside? Have you ever thought of? In the sense, you may have, talked about it here and there, you may have discussed with your friends, maybe when you sit down alone or going around to one place to the other or something you may be thinking, but have a definitive sort of a thinking in you why you want to be a professional engineer, if I may term it, or why you want to be in this field. Please think about it for a minute. Is it for making money? There's nothing wrong with that. But be clear about it in your own mind. You don't have to express it to anybody else, everybody else saying that, oh, I want to make money, I want to make money. Not necessary. So please think about it, and if it is so, pursue it, but with certain value systems adopted to it. It is not making money for money's sake. It is for making money for the good, yes, of yourself and your family, accepted, and to the general public. Keep that in mind, that always the focus and the objective and the aim is utilization of whatever you do for the good of the common man. Or is it that you want to become just for your professional satisfaction? Oh, I want to become an engineer, I say. I want to become a postgraduate. People should tell me you're MTech, you're so-and-so, so-and-so. Is it just for that purpose, or it is again a stepping stone for doing something great or greater? As I already said, is it for doing something good to your own human colleagues and human beings who may not be as much privileged as you are? They are less privileged, but given an opportunity and a platform, they would have become as good, if not even excelled as compared to you. Please think about it and then try to do something about it. And if it is so, if all the three you want to become, then you'll have to have it in your mind, what is the ratio? Is this important, that 30%, 40%, what I should focus on? You should be very clear in your mind. And this is the right time for you to be clear. Icons are a necessary for any engineer, whether it is R&D or any other walk of life, business development engineer, or marketing engineer, or maintenance engineer. So icons, you can have various choices. Some of them I have shown here, it is not complete. Of course, the first icon for all of us, I'm sure it is for everybody, is the mother. And then comes the father. Matrudevo Bhava. So mother is our first icon, who is the best amongst all the icons, you will agree with me. Then after these two comes who? Guru Devo Bhava. Okay? They are the next one. And amongst them, particularly your primary school teacher, who had taught you ABCD, A, A, E, E. So he or she would be your first icon, I am sure. As you grow, go, and all that, so many others, temporary, for some particular period of time, so much so-and-so becomes icon. But then ultimately, when you reach at this stage and go out, you should have some icons for you, which you can choose. It is your choice. It is your individual choice, your individual requirements, your thinking. So I've shown here two different sets of icons. One is, of course, Azim Premji, Wipro chairman. He started and developed that. And the other one is Mr. Narayan Murthy, Infosys. So this is a good example. Both of them have created very fine organizations, given employments to thousands and thousands of people, earned for our country a lot of foreign exchange, and they have earned also a lot of money. Portion of it, they are also putting it for charity purposes and developmental purposes. So that is one set of icons. The other set which I would like to point out are those like Dr. Sir C.V. Raman, the Nobel laureate, and who has achieved so much in science, the first one to get the Nobel laureate position from our country. Dr. Abdul Kalam, I don't have to explain much about him, one of the foremost scientists, and also he was the head of the Defense Research Developmental Organization. And then later on he became the President of India, and one of the finest professionals one can ever emulate or think of following. Then our own Sir M. Vishweshwaraya, as you know, in whose name all of us as engineers celebrate on 25th September every year, the Engineers' Day. What he has achieved as an engineer during those days when facilities were not there is something unimaginable. Then we have Srinivasa Ramanujam, the mathematician par excellence. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. There is nobody who can equal him in any of the work that he has done, and he died at a very young age of something around 36 or 37. And he has solved very many mathematical equations which earlier people had not done, had not been even thought of, and even a simpler way. A real genius. Then today's, I would like to consider Mr. Somnath. He is the chairman and managing director of ISRO, and from the time he has taken over ISRO, he has given a new shift to it, and one success after the success, as you know, you have been reading it, you have been seeing it, he has been able to achieve with very many projects in front of him. So out of this, whom to choose, how many to choose, is your responsibility, but you should have, because something to look for. Then I come to a different subject after the research and development, to slightly deviate from this, but I will interlink it and I will come back again. Now, who are the leaders? In the sense, are they born leaders or they are developed? We have talked about R&D, research and development. If you can develop a product, you can also develop leadership qualities. And that's what I'm sure this institution is doing to you all young friends. Each one of you is a leader in your own turn, in your own area, your own profession, your own way of life. So, this born and developed is a misnomer in my opinion, except of course, earlier days there used to be born leaders, Rajas, Maharajas, their sons, that sort of hierarchy used to be there. But luckily, it has not been so in the recent days when the democratic institutions have taken over. Now, we come to the fact of what is leadership. Even in your own houses, there will be two, if you are 3 or 4 of you brothers, sisters, there will be one amongst you who take the leadership automatically. And amongst your parents and elders, again you choose one particular person, man or a female, it doesn't matter, to go to for advice and what is to be done. It can be an old lady, Aji, who is there, who has got lots of experience, who has not got any formal education, maybe 3rd class, 4th class and things like that, but lot of wisdom, as they call, wise. You go to them to get an advice, whether you are having cold, cough or anything like that, or the child is not feeling well, go to her, she will tell you. So that leadership is automatically got into by various experiences and practices. So that leadership qualities is very important. Some of them I will give sort of a clip of some of the icons which I have mentioned, some more, and show that of some of the successful leaders. So first is, of course, our Field Marshal Cariappa. So let me go back. I am sure you all know Field Marshal Cariappa. He was the first Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army, and he was from Kodagu, from Karnataka only, and he became general and retired, and later on the government of India gave him the honorary rank of Field Marshal. And Field Marshal is a very important post. There are not very many Field Marshals who have got that in Indian Army. One is him, and the other one is Sam Manekshaw, Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. He will also come a little bit later. So he made out for the young people who come over and take the training as army officers, what is called as the cadet prayer. I don't know how many of you can read it. It will come now. ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ. Okay, so let me read it out. If you cannot, you can see it, of course, but it may not be possible for you to read it. So quickly I'll read it. Almighty God, the source of light and strength, we implore thy blessing on this beloved institution, that it may continue true to its high purposes. Guide and strengthen those upon whom rests the authority of government, enlighten with wisdom those who teach and those who learn, that is yourself, and grant to all of us that through sound learning and firm leadership, we may prove ourselves worthy citizens of the country, devoted to truth, given to unselfish service, loyal to every obligation of life, and above all, of course, to the God Almighty. Preserve us faithful to the ideals of the God, sincere in fellowship, unswerving in duty, finding joy in purity, and confidence through a steadfast faith. Grant to each one of us in his or her own life a humble heart, a steadfast purpose, and a joyful hope, with a readiness to endure hardship and suffer if need be, that truth may prevail amongst us, and thy will may be done on this earth. So this is a very noble thought and noble principles that is expected to be developed and expected to be followed by all those who are interested in the leaders. It is not necessarily only for those who are defense personnel or military personnel. Every walk of life, it is true. And please also note that it also asks for certain things to be done not only by you, and also hopes and requests the institution to continue, because the institution is the one, the Gurujis are the one who will guide you and make you what you are or what you will be in later. Now come to our popular leader, Abdul Kalam. Let him
Political
speak.
leaders, some political leaders in India, they can spot, for me, I was spotted by Professor Vikram Sarabhai because I was not highly qualified, but I was working hard. I was acquiring the knowledge at that time when he spotted me as a young scientist. Then he gave the full responsibility to grow. Not only he selected me when I'm in a lower bottom, but he gave me a responsibility to grow and ensure that I succeed. If I fail, he was by my side. Okay. The greatest quality of a leader, whether political or scientist or technology or industry, when the success comes, the industry or the leader give the success to his team. When the failure comes, the leader absorbs the failure. This is the greatest quality in politics.
In the sense, when success is there, the leader gives it to the team. He doesn't say, I am there, I was there. But when there is a failure, he takes the total responsibility. So he quotes, of course, one of the situations where in the initial stages, he was made as the project director of a rocket launching program at Vikram Sarabhai Space Center in Thiruvananthapuram. And everything was okay. The satellite was on the top, and then the launcher was to take place. The first stage was okay. In the second stage, it did not burst, but it went into the Arabian Sea. Plonk, gone. So naturally, everyone was disappointed, because the purpose of launch was to put a satellite onto orbit in those days. So it was a failure. So everyone was disappointed, dejected. Vikram Sarabhai was to be the chairman of ISRO. He had come to view this probable success story, but in front of him, it happened like this. So he said, don't worry. Then there generally, as soon as a launch takes place, as you may have seen it also in the recent Gaganyaan and other projects, there is a press conference. So the chairman comes and says this and all that, or the project director also speaks. So in that part of it, Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam was scared as to what I should say. How can I take the failures? What can I explain? So at that time, Vikram Sarabhai says, no, you just be there, I will speak. So he spoke very highly about his engineers, their efforts, the technologies that they have developed, and one or two small failures that have come up. And he says, we will make it, we will get up and go. What is there? Next time you see, in another 3 months, the same team will make a newer rocket and newer methodology. This fault they will analyze, correct that. And that's what he said in that. And lo and behold, after about 4 or 5 months, it took about 5 months, I think, the launch was planned in Sriharikota, and over there it was successful. And once it was successful, then Vikram Sarabhai called Abdul Kalam. Now you go and speak. You go and talk to press. You take the credit, okay, because you deserve it. Your team deserves it. So that's how he says that. In the sense, a leader, a true leader, gives credit to his team when things go right. He takes the discredit when things go wrong. He doesn't blame others. So there is a fundamental difference which this small instance Dr. Abdul Kalam quotes, which I think we should do it. It need not necessarily be related to space. It need not be related to any defense equipment, trials, evaluation. it is applicable in each and every walk of life, whatever you may choose in. There also, there will be failures, there will be successes. If you are a leader of a small team, give the success story as the success story of your team members. If something goes wrong, you say it is due to me. I have not led them properly. There is something wrong. I am trying to correct. We will correct. So that is the spirit in which you have to take up, and this is the second fundamental necessity of a leader. Then I go to, just 1 minute before that, we go to the all-time hero of anybody who is in public life, that is General Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. He was popularly called as Sam Bahadur because he was so popular with the troops and wherever he used to go. He was also popular with very many ladies because he was young, dashing, and a very popular chap. So he had a lot of following. I know that because I have experienced the way in which whenever he used to come, in fact, he would outbeat all the Shah Rukh Khans or Amitabh Bachchans and all that during their heytime. So he has given a small story about himself because he was asked to speak on the topic of leadership at one of the important functions in Delhi. There is a National Institute of Sports where he was asked, please give a lecture to the young people here on leadership. And part of it only I have shown. There's about 1 hour clip. So out of it about 5 minutes only or 2 minutes only I would show.
In 1942, I was commanding a Sikh company, big tough chaps, very fond of them. I had a man called Sohan Singh, big man, stood about 6'4". He had been promoted many times to Lance Naik, to Naik, and every time, because he was a Badmash, he was broken. We'd had lots of casualties and we had to make promotions. So we had a promotion conference with the commanding officer, and Sohan Singh's name came up, and I said, no use making him, he'll be broken tomorrow. So he was passed over. The conference finished, names were published. I came back to my Basha, where my company was in the jungle, and I found my senior Subedar, Balwant Singh, terribly worried. And he said, Saab, Sohan Singh ko kaid kar diya. I said, kyun, kya hua? Usne bola ki aaj aapko saab goli marega. So I said, oh, acha, peshi hoga. So a stool was put in, a table was put there, and Sohan Singh was marched up in front of me. Sohan Singh was at that time a light machine gunner, and light machine gunners carried pistols, and his pistol was taken away from him. So he was marched up in front of me, the usual charge was read out, and I said, Sohan Singh, kya baat hai? Saab, galti ho gaya. So I said, tumne bola ki tu humko goli marega. So I picked up the pistol, loaded it, walked up to him, handed the pistol to him. I said, tera dil hai marne ka, maro. And he said, nahi saab, galti ho gaya. So I gave him a tight slap. I said, case dismissed, jab bhago. I went off to the mess, had my dinner, came back, and everybody in the company was very worried. And the Subedar Saab, Balwant Singh said, nahi saab, aaj raat aapko goli marega. So I shouted out, Sohan Singh, kidhar hai? Sohan Singh came along. I said, Sohan Singh, aaj raat mera Basha par tum sentry hoga. Aur kal subah 5 baje, ek magga cha aur ek magga garam pani daadi banane ke liye. Koi shak? Beshak, bhago. And I went in there. I was woken up in the morning by Sohan Singh with a mug of tea and a mug of hot water. And he followed me like a lamb throughout the conflict. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you think I wasn't frightened, you're mistaken. I was terrified. But if I hadn't done that, and put something in the clink or something like that, everybody would have said, "Dekha, hamara saab darta hai."
So friends, just think for yourself in the sense, what is it that this clip shows? Maybe it is related to the army life, but again related to any profession, as I keep on telling you. So the soldier, he was as he himself calls him, as a badmash. He's an indisciplined chap. He keeps on breaking the discipline. Thrice he has been punished. So he doesn't get his promotion from a Lance Nayak to Nayak. That is, one of the lower end category of Jawans going to the next stage. So when he doesn't get it, he blames, of course, Sam Manaksha. And he says, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to goli maro. But next thing happens. Of course, he gives us the pistol. He said, maro gori. So he says, sorry, sir, I won't do it. Then, of course, he calls him and makes him the night sentry of the place where he was sleeping that night. Of course, they were in a jungle in the Burma campaign. So he becomes a sentry with a loaded, rifle or whatever it is. But he goes there, and then next morning he asks him that you bring a cup of tea, and of course for my shaving this thing and all that, which he brings. And later on, he becomes his companion throughout the period of the Second World War, the Burma campaign. So he says that you have got to show your strength of courage. But he also says that if you ask me, were you afraid? Were you scared at the time? He says, I was dead scared. Any time I was expecting something will happen. But I cannot show because I am commanding troops. If they know that their commanding officer is a darpok and he is scared, then they will say, what sort of a commanding officer? He himself is scared. How can he lead us to the battle, and things like that will come. So he says courage is important. Much more important is to show. If you don't have courage or if you are afraid, don't show it. Don't publicize it. So that is the theme that he brings out, which again related in your own day-to-day life, in your own day-to-day happenings. And when you join your own profession, this will happen. So many times some particular challenge is thrown at you by your boss. Please do that. Please develop this. Or please produce the results to me within the next 6 months period of time. It may not be possible, but still you are scared. But still you will go with the best intent of making it a success. That is a theme one can derive out of it. He also says later that on, again, the same sort of fear, he asks in the people who are sitting there, is anybody here scared of death? Please raise your hands. Okay. So nobody raises his hands. Everybody is scared of death. Nobody raises his hands. Then he says, I'm happy that none of you have raised your hands, because if you had raised the hands, I would have made out that you are trying to fool me. Reason is, everyone is scared of death unless one is a fool or he is a Gurkha soldier, because he will be commanding Gurkha soldiers. 7x8 GR rifles, Gurkha rifles, he was commanding, and they were the toughest, and they are not afraid of death. They are the only guys in the Indian Army anywhere. They also serve in the British Army. Okay, that is another story. So these are some of the characteristics which you may pick up. So when you read a biography, an autobiography or anything like that, please look at what is there behind it. What is it that has made this chap what he is? What is the secret? And out of that, can I derive something out of it? That is the way in which I would request all of you to kindly think about it. So, once again, I would like to summarize today's talk. Research and development, it is very important, that to indigenous development. You as engineers, you will have lots of opportunities of doing so on ground and making it successful. Please do so and inculcate the habit of becoming a leader wherever you are, whatever profession you do. And it is not impossible to do that, may be difficult to sustain. You may achieve once, but achieving once is not the only aim. It has to be sustained over a period of time for you to gather and ensure that it becomes part and parcel of your system. There are so many other things one can talk about, but I thought I could concentrate and focus on these two aspects. And so, young friends, the whole of life is in front of you. Whole of your future is in front of you. What this great institution with all the Gurujis have given you all is whatever they know, the best of the things they have tried to imbibe on you, giving to you on a platter for you to absorb and take it inside you. So please utilize it and please look at life with optimism and with a hope, and be cheerful and be successful. And there is nothing which cannot be achieved. That has been proved very well by the new crop of youngsters, and particularly you may have seen the ladies winning in each and every contest or every walk of profession wherever they are, taking the the step forward. I don't know how many amongst you I see. I think about 30% or approximately are the lady engineers I see here. Do you know who was the first lady engineer who came into engineering side in our BMS college? I think you should somehow or the other have been requesting her photograph should be put. She should be an icon. When I was in BMS college, Basungudi, 1964, I was in the final year. At that time, this girl, now I don't know where she is, of course, unfortunately, we didn't have WhatsApp messages and all that in those days. So I was in the final year and she joined BMS college for the first year. Her name is, let us say, because I'm still hope that she is well and hale and hearty, Ranganayaki. For the girl student, she should be an icon. Ranganayaki was the first one to enter the precincts of BEL, of our BMS. And when she used to come with Langa Davani, at that time they used to wear Langa Davani. When she used to come, all the other guys, who were there, quite a few of them, they wanted to have friendship with her naturally. Because they had never seen, they were like, sort of monkeys in a zoo. And so a new person comes, that too a girl coming to BMS college is something of a great achievement, you see, a great thing happening. So they wanted to make friends. And then, of course, she had a nice time in the sense, she need not do anything in that foundry, All the things would be done by boys for her. And she would get the credit. And then, that filing and then turning, all of them would be done either by the other students, and she would have a nice time, I believe. Unfortunately, I lost track of her. So, just mind you, it's not very far, 1964, some 50, 55 years back. At that time, the first lady engineer came into BMS College of Engineering. Now, here you are. What a great thing that has happened. What a great change that has happened. So, please make use of it, ladies. Okay? So, with this, I would like to thank you for your patient listening, and our organizers, the principal, the chairman I would like to thank, and all these senior Gurujis here, and for giving me an opportunity of spending time with you all close friends. And I wish you the very, very best, all the happiness, all the success, good health, prosperity, and success in any walk of life you undertake. God bless you all. Jai Hind.
Members of the Board of Governors and member of the Academic Council, does it please you to approve the award of the degrees of the Visvesvaraya Technological University to the candidate who have become eligible to receive them at this graduation day? Controller of Examination, please propose the number of candidates who have become eligible for the award of degrees of this institute at this graduation day.
Graduating batch of this institute be awarded degrees at this graduation day, and propose that 54 candidates be awarded the degrees in person and the 3 in absentia.
Dean Academic Affairs, please present the rank holders to this August assembly.
MCA rank holders. First rank, Franklin Dalmat. Second rank, Ms. Josnya M.H. Third rank, Ms. Amrita L. Fourth rank, Ms. Nishchita M. Upadhyay. Fifth rank, Ms. Mulla Sana. Sixth rank, Mr. Muhammad Rafi. Thank you very much, sir, for doing the honors. Congratulations to all the rank holders.
Head of the Department of MCA, please present all the candidates who have become eligible for the award of master's degree and who are receiving them in person.
Chairman, sir, I have the honor of presenting the following candidates for the award of degree in Master of Computer Applications. Abhishek Gowda, TN. Akash Dinesh Nayak. Akshay BR, Akshay G. Mulgund, Arpita N. Patil, Basavaraj, Bindusri S, Chetan Reddy S, Darshan BK, Divya R, Jnana Prakash G, M. Bharat Kumar, Madhusudan Nagori, Manikeshwari, Manvit M. Bangar, Megha Bairgond, Rinal R. Shetkar, N. Mahita, Nandish V. Naina G.K. Reddy. Neha V. Nikita A. Pallavi M. Pooja H. Desali. Pujari Gurudatta Sadanand. Prashant Kumar N. Punya P. Gowda. R. Hemasri. Rakshita S. Ravichandra A. Rohan. Rupa HM. Roshan Kumar. Ritvik SM. Sagar C. Golasangi. Sandhya Reddy B. Sayan Haldar. Sharath Srikanth Hegde. Sirisha T. Shivraj R. Manvi. Shiv Kumar. Sinchana S. Spurti SN. Tejas S. Chavda. Uday Kumar. Varshita S. Venkatesh R. Kulkarni. Ranjan Kishore. Thank you, sir, for honoring the rank holders and graduates.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Graduates of the year, please rise and take the pledge on this august occasion of receiving the degree. I'm glad to say that. No, hold on. Usually convocations used to be very formal and degrees are awarded very impersonally. But today you are so lucky to have such a chief guest who could add a lot of personal touch when he delivered or issued those degree certificates to you. Thank you, sir, for that. Please repeat. You know how to do that. I, the graduate of BMS Institute of Technology and Management, Bengaluru, solemnly pledge that honesty, sincerity, and hard work shall be the cherished values of my life. The motto of the institute, Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham, shall be the guiding principle of my life. I shall endeavor to the best of my ability to be worthy of my institute and my profession. I shall always utilize my knowledge in the service of my motherland and humanity. I shall always place my country above self. May God help me. Please take your seat. Chairman, sir, I request you to declare this graduation day ceremony dissolved.
I declare the graduation day ceremony dissolved.